everybody, welcome back. Happy Valentine's, happy cheat day, happy Sunday, happy football game day today. It's gonna be a fun day, so come on back here. I've got this cool recipe. It's a crock pot, chicken and dumplings. Not gonna cost a lot, so good. And I'm getting very hungry and the cold front's coming. So I wanna get ready, got a lot of food. I can eat this all week, I can eat this for lunch, and let me share it with you. So come on back here. And before I go on, I've got my funky little glasses of 1968 Falstaff beer mug here. I love it. My parents' best friend growing up worked as a delivery guy for beer. He was a Falstaff beer guy, and he had a trailer and all that stuff, and I just remember that. I remember that. And this is 1968, the Hemisphere in San Antonio, and I love it. I found it in my collection, and I thought, I'm drinking out of this. And I was in a beer mood because of the good football that's good. It's going on right now. So big cheers to you. And this is just a Michelob Ultra. Nothing special, a little bit of a diet beer because we're gonna have all this good food. So big cheers, big sip. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on back here. Beck comes over to a very sweet gal. She's a slot girl. And she asked me, she just got a crock pot and she said, do you make chicken and dumplings? And I said, yep, I sure do. So today's the day. This is also a little hack off of the Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel also, there's a lot of recipes for the simple little crock pot. This is a shortcut. You don't have to make the really, the big one where you're gonna sit over by the stove all day. This is gonna take you 3.5 hours on high. And if you wanna go a little bit more, you can go 4 or 5 hours and put it on low. So come on back here and let me show you how I can do this real quick. So you're gonna take your whichever brand you want. You're gonna take your Campbell's or you're gonna take the store brand. And I bought both. So you're gonna take this one. It's the cream of chicken, Campbell's, and I'm gonna add that first. First, let me spray down my little pot here. Got my crock pot. Gonna put it on high, because you know me, I was like, I'm not taking all day to have a good meal. I'm doing this quick. And let's see, you're gonna add that. And I got started on my smaller crock pot, but I thought, no, I'm doing this one, 1.5 cans or 2 cans, because you're going to add a couple of cups of, I'll show you. Okay. You're going to add a couple of cups of the chicken broth. And if you don't like the cream of celery, this takes 1.5 or 2 cans. I'll write down the directions. 2 cans or 1.5 can of the cream of chicken. And guys, they have so many healthy recipes on this. You want to go fat-free, you want to go gluten-free, anything you want. Buy the brand you like. But this one, if you're on a bargain, I decided to try it. It's excellent. It's a cream of celery. And like I tell you, if you don't like cream of celery, add an extra can of that. So this will make up. And this is just half a can of the cream of celery, 68 cents, Walmart brand. Use whichever one you want. I love that song. Can you hear it? Love Donna Summer. And super easy, guys. Spread that out in there. And you're going to need your chicken broth. You're going to take 2 cups of this. 2 cups of your chicken broth. And I think that might be the whole thing. Just go ahead and pour that in there. Super easy. And guys, here's another thing. Use the chicken that you want to use. Use the chicken you want to use. Let me go ahead and see how that looks real quick. Okay. Here's our chicken. I went with thigh meat just because I enjoy thigh meat more. I'm a little sick of chicken breasts because they're dry and they're weird, and this has a little bit more grease in it. So I just love this. I just love chicken thighs. And save the money, if you're on a bargain, if you're looking for a bargain, the chicken thighs is gonna be better. So you're gonna add this. I don't know if you can see that. You're just gonna add that, move that around in there. Whoops, move that around. Mix that pretty good. Let's see, I've got my little thing there. Okay, and you're gonna add your veggies. That's the best part. Let me see, you know what? I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cream of celery, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And you can spice this up the way you want. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. By all means, if you like a Cajun spice, you like a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of basil, do what you wanna do. Spices are kind of, they're your thing, you like it. If you don't like spice, but I tell you what, it doesn't need salt. You don't need any salt in this one because I went ahead and even bought the low-cal salt broth. And if you don't have broth, guys, you can take a shortcut and use a bouillon with a little bit of water. The little chicken bouillon? So, you know, do what you want to do. You can mix this up. You can make different varieties of this. This is what I do. So that's why I just thought I'd show you real quick. You're gonna add your carrots, and you're gonna add your celery or your onion, and you're gonna add your little poultry spice. I don't know why it calls for that. I've looked at several cookbooks. I think they want it to taste really chicken-like, so you're gonna add a little bit. I'm just gonna do a dash, a couple of dashes. Let me do a little bit more. It would be 2 spoonfuls, and I didn't know how to put spoonfuls with this thing. And you're gonna stir that up. And here's the deal. This is a 2-part deal. That's why some people, this doesn't work for them if they're going to work. This is more of a Saturday meal. You're gonna have to do your biscuits. So you're gonna cook this. It's gonna be going on high for 3 hours, 2.5 hours. I do mine for about 3.5 hours on my smaller crock pot. So let's say you're gonna do this for 3 hours. At 2 hours or 2.5 hours, you gotta do your little dumplings. This is how easy this dumpling thing is. You're gonna take some of this, you're gonna flour a little cutting board, and you're gonna stretch these little biscuits out, make them flat, super easy. Just kind of, you know, make them flat because you don't want a big, thick, gooey piece of dough in there that's not cooked. That's not good. That's not good. So you're just gonna take this, flatten it out like a little pancake here, and ooh, I hear Margarita song. Pina colada song, that's it, pina colada song. My friend's dad used to say that we were singing it wrong. He said it wasn't if you like the, let's see, what was the song? The pina colada song? He said it was bean enchiladas. We had it wrong. And we were like, what? It was funny. I still think of that. Okay, you got your little patty all made, and you're gonna go ahead and just kind of dust your biscuits. I love saying that. Dust your biscuits. You're gonna get your pizza cutter. And you're just gonna cut these in little thin strips. They're gonna be flattened, and they're not gonna be all weird, because when you put them in here in the last hour, they're gonna puff up, and they are so good. And what I do, guys, is I just cut this way, and then I cut this way. I cut them in half, and then I cut this way in little strips. That's how easy this is. So I'm not gonna add it now, but after I would cook this for up to about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, I would add this the last hour. So that's what makes it all come together. Don't stir these in here. Just get these, put them on top. Just toss them in there, place them on top. Come on back an hour later. And in fact, when you add this, if you like peas like I do, add these. Add your peas and this late. But if you're doing frozen vegetables, you can do all frozen vegetables at the same time. There's so many varieties, and I love this recipe because it's cold, it's comfort food, and it's so good. So good. I'm gonna take another sip. And like I always tell you, let me get this out of the way. I hope you understand how to do this. No trouble, you're gonna need 5 biscuits, that's it. You're gonna need 5 biscuits, 4 biscuits. You use what you want, because this is so easy. This is just a set it and forget it meal, and that's the best kind of meal. So come on back here, and like I always tell you, let me move this out of the way. Through the magic of TV, look how good it turned out. I made a little one, and it was so good. I loved it. And I took a couple of tastes. I couldn't help it. I had to take a taste. So let me get another little bite. Here's one of the little doughs, as you can see, one of the little pieces of dough. That's the best part. I got to do the disco dance on that one. That's so good. This is ours. I know. I put my fork back in there. This is mine real quick. You know, I'm just going to put this in a different bowl. This one's for Paul later. He's got to work today. And let me tell you something. This goes a long way, guys. Have this for lunch. Have it for a quick meal. And it works for game food, because that's how good it is. So you decide what you want to do. I'll have the directions like I tell you. And before I go on, come on over here for my funky little craft. Let me wipe my hands off, get rid of my peas, get rid of my little thing. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Funky little craft is going to be the shirt that I'm wearing. All you gotta do is go get a piece of fabric, and here it is. I got all this stuff to show you today. Ooh, so heavy, so heavy. Okay, all you gotta do is go to Walmart. These are $1.50. You're gonna get a piece of fabric. You're gonna cut it into any shape you want. You want a star, you want a heart. You're gonna get a cheap little sweatshirt, because I get to wear a sweatshirt in Houston, Texas. I know, I'm so excited. A sweatshirt, I know, I can't believe it. I'm usually in a t-shirt. but you're just gonna cut the shape you want. You're gonna take the E6000 glue. You're gonna go along the edges only, just the edges, because you don't want the oily part. And you're gonna get a piece of handkerchief and you're gonna iron it. It fuses to your shirt. And I did this funky little stitch. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to do it. I just thought it was cute. I went in and out, you know, just a single stitch. I like this because I like Hello Kitty. I just love everything about Hello Kitty. That's the first little funky thing that I did. The second one is I did these colored rocks with some cute little, I just love this, cute little seeds. I put them in this little bag. Get tomato seeds, get whatever seeds, get parsley, whatever you want to do. I did these funny little rocks and they didn't take me but 10 seconds. And I know I'm not an artist by any means. I know you're better than I am. So, you know, I was like, I know we've got some good artists out there. I did this funny little ladybug. I did this funny little, you know, weave of a, you know, kind of, I don't know what this is, like a little grapevine of flowers. And this was the bag that I used. I used the cute little tomatoes to put it in here. And this was my favorite one that I made. This one says, "You rock." Why? Because I'm an 80s gal. I listen to all the rock, all the rock stations that I can, especially classic rock. And I did the lightning bolts because that just says OP to me, OP Surf Shop, and it also says old rock and roll. So anyway, I loved it. Funky little craft. Funky little meal. I hope you try it out. Not gonna take you very long. And like I tell you, it's gonna go a long way and I think you're gonna like it. It's not gonna cost you more than about 10 bucks. Use the thigh meat if you wanna save some money. Use the chicken breast if you wanna go a little healthier. So I thank you for coming back. I hope everybody's doing great and I'm enjoying everybody's videos. Hello to Neil, hello to Gambling Granny, Shelly's Yorkies and Slots. Thank you for the fun meal, Shelly. Oh my gosh, I was so surprised. Thank you, made my whole day, Sassy Slots, everybody. Who else am I forgetting? Chevy Dog, and I wanna mention everybody, but big kisses, guys. Thank you so much. Big sip. Enjoy your football. Enjoy this. And take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.